Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Rev, and this is Starpoint Gemini Warlords. And today we're going over update version 0.600, Bag of Holding. Now I'm not quite sure why they called it Bag of Holding, but they have added a crap ton of fun stuff to do to the game, as well as a huge list of changes. And of course I will put a link down in the description so you guys can go and read it all itself. If I tried to cover all of that, this video would be over a couple of hours long. So we're going to go over the big things. First and foremost, as you can see here, I've got my ship decked out. Now not everything currently can be used. The modules here, some of them help a little, I think the mining and the salvage, but the rest are just for show. The devs have not put them into place yet. So first thing that's going to be a major change when you start is your civilian fleets. Now the civilian fleet is real easy. It'll tell you need to, a little display will pop up, says you need to do it, and basically you send them around all the areas that you currently control to do things. So send a fleet to do a complete and detailed survey of the area. Once done, they'll assemble all the collected data and pass it on to you. So you can send one fleet there, and currently you get 2 fleets to do these fun things. And then we've got another one. Intel sends word they've located a group of derelict ships, likely of a trade convoy. We should send a fleet to salvage what they can. And as you can see, we'll be getting, it'll cost me 10 of the gas to do this, because it does cost to send ships. But, and then since it is very low, I'll probably get something good out of it. We'll see what pops up here. So that's the first part. Now the next major part, and you can do this wherever you are in the game, but I would suggest when you first start out that you do it at the station, and that is the ship building. So as you can see here, we've got the price, what it's going to cost in credits, and then what it takes supplies or material wise to build. And as you can see right now, most of these ships are very easy. They don't have tooltips to tell you exactly what the ships are yet, but if we look at the SETI Mark 1 versus 2, from what the devs said, that just means that this is a more powerful version of this ship, so it's armed better, from what I've been able to tell. And then you can go all the way up here into some of the really big ships and the carriers you can add to the queue here. So as you're sending things out and you're going out and conquering stations, let's say you lose a couple of ships, you can just then add them to the queue, as long as you have the materials. Now the next really big part would be, we go to our star chart, and now I've got okay, who did I conquer last? Where's one of my fleets? Here we go. So we've got a fleet right here, and when you click on it, it'll tell you what it has. And this is my beast fleet. I got a couple of dreadnoughts in there, and one of the different functionalities that they add is that you can swap ships in and out at any time. So what you do is you first click on your fleet, and then you right click on Concordia, and it'll bring up this. And what this is our alpha fleet, right? So I don't have any ships that have been made yet, but if I did, I could bring them here, or I could take and let's say, oh man, that ship's not working, so I can get rid of that ship, that ship. You can have up to 18 ships and 15,000. Now the power refers to power right here. Each ship is given a power percentage for its effectiveness in combat, so that's something of course you're going to want to keep in mind. So there we go. That is a quick rundown on how to run the new fleets. Now a few of the other things that they've added, when it comes along to you, is they've added a new reputation system. They reworked the whole thing, and currently it just shows everything that's hostile against you, everything that's neutral, and I assume once If you go, you do missions and other such things, you can become allied with these guys that are neutral. So it all depends on your choices in the game. I'm not sure if they've added that yet, but I know that they did put this in, and I did want to mention it. Of course, I am Jane Blackwell. I am one hot SOB. Anyways, so that's the newest thing that they have. Of course, here on our star chart, you can at any time look and see how much money you have, and it'll tell you what your total profits, zone credits. We have 2 fleets. Civilian fleets, there's 3 of 5, so obviously they keep building fleets. I'm not sure. It hasn't asked me if I wanted to build any more civilian fleets, so I'm not quite sure what is what. But more likely than not, it just hasn't been completely implemented. And of course, then we have our resources. And as you can see, the mining operations, which, what do they look like? Yeah, these guys right here. The more of these you have, the faster you're going to get various supplies, your mining supplies. Of course, we have gas, same thing, gas collectors. We want to make sure we have as many as possible. And of course, then we've got our materials. So, and I don't know if they're, no, oh. So here we go. Now, the other thing that they added is you need to construct some structures to get benefits from them. So as you can see, it is in white, and I'll zoom in here. So it's in white, and whenever you see these in an area that you own, that means that you need to build with the appropriate resources, if you have them, so that you can then gain the resource. So we'll construct it. Boing. There we go. It just took a big chunk out of my stuff, but it should have just, yeah, now we're at 48% instead of 45. So, you know, we're getting better and better production. And of course, again, these are just the core things that they're adding, so it is going to get a lot more complicated. But this is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm starting to work my way out here and conquer everything. It's not too bad. So what I'll do next is I am going to take my battleship here. I think it's a battleship. There we go, dry dock. Oh, always make sure you rearm that bad boy. But yeah, we'll take our Orion battleship and we are going to go take over. Oh, I don't know. Let's say this one. Now, of course, to do that, what you're going to want to do is, where's that fleet again? Where'd it go? It doesn't matter. Either one of my fleets. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, it returned it to the station. Okay. So you left click on the fleet, you right click, and then you jump out, jump back into your menu, and they're going there. So we put it on our destination. And we head on out. So when we come back, we'll be there because this is a little bit of a drive. And we shall take over the station. Now, currently it's really easy, but I can guarantee you as they put in more systems, things will become more difficult. So hold on. And when we come back, I'll show you how easy it is currently, and this will change, to take over stations and gain more reps so you can build more things. So hold on, folks. Alrighty, folks, we're almost there. And one of the cool things they added is you can actually pull out pretty far now on the ships, which is definitely a good thing. Here we go.
All weapons fire at will.
Well. Like I said, Real easy, especially when you bring a beast of a ship like this in. The old battleship. So now we just go in here and we'll disable this station. Alrighty, and once you do that, and again, this will change. There will be more added to it. Again, this is early access. They're just adding in the base systems. So once you do that, you just do a transport real quick. Ba-boom! We didn't lose this thing. Of course not. I am the ultimate commander.
Initiating sublight.
So now we pull up our map, and as you can see, whoa. Alright, so we pull up our map, and as you can see, this is now our area. We have a new little thing right here, junk reclaimer, but I don't have enough materials, so I'm going to have to wait until my materials come up before I can build that. And then, of course, once I do that, it'll use 20 per week, so then, you know, again, things will really start cranking again. So, there we go, folks. That is a update on the current state of the game. Again, you can of course conquer just about everything, and keep in mind also when you guys see the map that is just I think they said 1/9 of the size of the full map. So it's going to take a while. I mean, if you wanted to conquer the whole galaxy, even if the way things are set up right now, just to conquer what we have to play with, that's probably going to take anywhere from 40 to 60 hours. I don't know. Depends on how quick you are and how good you are and how fast you can get your ships up and running. As always, I am the Rev. I'd like to thank you for tuning in today. Please like, favorite, subscribe. The more we can share our indie development brothers content, the better that they can do, the more resources they have, and the better games that they can put out. So as always, please share, like. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments, and if I don't answer them, I know there's an army of fans out there for Starpoint Gemini Warlords and Starpoint Gemini 2 that will. So please keep your heads down, your guns up. Me, I'm gonna go kill some stuff for a bit, because I don't like being sniped when I'm in a big boy ship.